everyone. Good morning. I am going to be, oh, look at that. We have a Rose cam. That's Rose, the studio dog. She's wonderful. So here we go. This is a painting I have been working on for a long time. The model was a friend of, or is a friend of my oldest daughter, Julia Spicagna, who is an amazing person and an amazing photographer. If you ever need a good photographer, Porch Swing Studios is the way to go. So we have Rose the studio dog. Underneath Rose the studio dog, we have, oops, Astrid, the borrowed studio dog. Okay. And I said I'd be professional. Okay, so what I want to do today is I want to first clean this painting. If you look at it, let's see if I can show you, there's actually rabbit hair in it. That's from the days where we had bunnies. That's how long I've been working on this painting. It's literally been, I've got to say it, 5-6 years. So first thing I'm going to do is going to try to clean off the top layer and make it, oh, hello everyone. Oh, it's so nice to see you guys. So I want to clean up, and then I'm going to see if I can add a feature here and a hidden feature right here, and then call it done. Frame it, sell it, gone. So to clean it off, I think what I'm going to do, oops, is get some solvent. And I need to be sure I'm talking quietly because I do have, can you guys still hear me? Because I have neighbors, and they're wonderful neighbors, and I do not want to disturb them. So let's see. I'm just going to take a paper towel with some solvent on it and work on cleaning it off a little bit. When paintings are sitting around, yep, good, it's coming up. They get dust on them, debris. And if you're like me, which don't be like me. If you're like me, sometimes you'll be mean to your painting and you'll just stick it on top of a cabinet for a while, face up. And the hairs and the solvent will show through. See how that dirt's coming up? I want to clean it really well. Then I'm going to put some oil on the painting. The oil does a couple different things. The oil will bring back, see how the luster and the color are showing through because of the solvent? The oil will retain that. This way, when I'm doing my colors, they'll be true to form. If you store your paintings properly and treat them right, you don't have to clean them before you work on it. A lot of dirt coming off. I think a couple bunny hairs will be there permanently, but you know, it's a good reminder of bunnies. All right. I have fancy containers for everything. This is my oil container. Okay, let's see here. Find a proper, appropriate brush. I love this one, nice soft brush. So I'm going to show you a close-up for face. It's not quite as orange as you're seeing on the screen. I don't know quite how to adjust my colors. It's more flesh tone, not as... Oh yes, Mackenzie, you definitely need to come and work on yours. We can do dual cameras. I think I might know how to do that thanks to Jilly. We've been working on stuff all morning. Now the area, I especially want to put it in the areas where I'm going to work on things. This background forest, this is sort of a, oh yes, I just had another idea for her. Oh, this is going to be so great. I'm so excited. I've never signed her because she's been nowhere near finished. Get this on here. Now I also put a wax medium on her when I was working, and I did one with refracted glass that was something the old Venetian masters used to use. and they would actually crush glass and put it into the paint. So she has some of that, which gives her kind of a luminous look. Let me see if I can get Rose in the camera. There we go. Rose. Okay. Okay. Oh, putting on that. Now I've loosened the last of the rabbit hair. There we go. No more rabbit hair. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I don't want to talk real loud, and I don't know if I'm talking real loud or not. I have amazing neighbors, and I want to keep it that way. Okay. This brush aside. So another thing you want to do when you've freshened it up, so now we can see our true colors. I'm going to go ahead and blot off with a little paper towel some of the excess, because I don't want my painting to run. I just want to have a thin coat of oil on it. Oh, so see this pretty white? That's me putting my finger in my lead white. Smart. And look what I did. Yeah. Accident prone is me. But never panic when these things happen. They just happen. It's okay. And I will clean it all off, and we will start over. I'll help by cleaning my hands. All right. That's funny. That's really funny. It's one thing if you're an artist and you're following me, and you're maybe more in the beginning of your journey, don't panic when stuff like this happens. You know that saying, stuff happens? Yeah, stuff happens. It's okay. It's like getting a whole bunch of white on your painting you're about to work on. It's okay. We will figure it out. We'll clean it up again. I'll need to clean it up a bit more. Something went pling. Oh. Welcome. Welcome, Soda Brain Art. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use a little oil on it to clean that too. Get that excess off. Now, I'm not thinking I'm going to get this done in one session because I have all these ideas for it to do my Mystic Girl. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, just note to yourself. See what I'm doing? Big klutz. It's all right, though. We'll clean it. I should have cleaned my own hands first because I'm still getting it on the painting. Just keep in mind, folks, that it's never a catastrophe. We can fix anything, really. As long as your composition is solid, yeah, we can totally fix it. So I'll do this and I'll put some oil back on. I'll get off all that residue. And check to be sure. Yes, we're good. By the way, I'm working on an aluminum panel from Treckle. I like aluminum panels. Go ahead and get more oil. So when working with oil paint, it's always a good idea, especially if your layers are dry or drying underneath and there's skin on there, to put some oil on it. This will slow down the drying for whatever you're working on. You don't need much, and you can blot off the excess. And also it helps the paint move around, and it shows the true colors of the painting, which really helps. All right. So this is where we're going to start having a little fun. Thanks to my kids, who are wonderful, all of them. They inspire me. I have a plan for this one. Now it's going to look pretty weird, guys, but it's going to be great. I want to put, because this is a nighttime scene. Let's see. Grab a reference, And some of you who know me are going to say, oh, I know that reference. Okay. Now I have to make my phone not ever go to sleep. So give me one moment, please. Oh, I'm going to test a button, the be right back button, okay? Okay. So in the background, I have a reference photo, and reference photos are meant for reference. You don't need to copy them. It's not important to copy. You just want to use it for reference for your work. I mean, if you're going to copy it, you may as well just have a photograph. This is art. Let's see, so I'm going into my display, and I'm just going to set it so that it doesn't go to sleep. So you just go into auto lock never. Okay. And I have my reference photo handy. Photo credit to Julia, sorry, my daughter. I'm using a rigger brush. Rigger brushes are wonderful. The body of the brush holds an awful lot of paint, and that way I can use it as a sketching tool. And the best part about it is that I can really go and make lots of lines. See how and I'm not reloading it, and I'm still making lots of lines, so. All right, so here we go. Just taking a moment to do a rough sketch in. Sketch ins can be changed. And notice how I'm still using the same one. I haven't redipped this at all. So once you have it where you want it, I'll go ahead and push back on this one. I think it's a little too long. That one's a little too short. There you go. So this is super thin. I could wipe it all off, especially since I put oil underneath it. And I could push around the paint. Go. Sorry about the waggling camera. I'll work on that. So for a while I thought I was going to switch studios, but now I don't think I am. I think I can work with my studio pretty well. All right, guys, this is good. And I also am going to put something on her head. Look, I put critters in the forest. I'm losing my mind. So I can lift these off and play with them, and I will, because I don't know if I want to keep them. But I was having fun. All right, so let's mix some colors. I like to keep a small palette. I spend most of my time working with a small palette. Oops, sorry, Rose. I move around and freak her out. There, the camera a little so you can see the rose. Okay, so let's mix up some colors. I have a beautiful claret. And this is the Carl's Crimson right there. Transparent red oxide. I love Van Dyke Brown. I have a touch of, where'd it go? Bone Black. I don't know where I put the tube. My thing's a mess. But these are the main colors I have right here, these three. This one here is an unbleached titanium. I love Michael Harding paint. I also love M. Graham paint. Okay. So I have, oh, there we go, above the dog. So that's what I'm working with, and some titanium white, I believe I put on there. The lead white's up in the top corner. If you have questions, let me know. Okay. When you use quality paint, you don't need to mix a lot of it. I need to grab a little bit of yellow. Let's see. Yeah, lead tin will work. You could also use Naples. You could also use my favorite, which is Indian yellow, because you can actually get a huge range of colors with Indian yellow when you mix it with white. All right, so I have some good colors here. Notice how I'm mixing, and I always try to mix a little of the local color with each color. It makes a copacetic painting. So there's a little bit of the pinks in there. There we go. So these three colors, you can't see them, dog thing. Let me move them so you can see them. Okay, so up here we're going to put our colors. Then we have some white in there, and we have some black. Okay, so I think we have some nice colors to get started with. All right, here we go. Remember, paint what you see. So if you want to correct anything, and right now I'm going to correct a little bit around here, I'm just going to use lift off, where you clean your brush, dampen it off slightly so you don't drip a lot of your solvent on there. And you can move in around. Actually, it's a moth, sodium-free salts. If you want to get technical, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's a fascinating one. This moth is spends its whole life as a caterpillar, and that's when it has great fun, and that's how it lives its whole life. It only at the very end of its life morphs into a moth, and its whole purpose is not to eat. As a matter of fact, it can't eat. It doesn't even have the organs to eat, so it doesn't eat. But what it does is it looks for a friend to mate with, and its whole thing is to reproduce, and then it dies. It only lives as a butterfly for less than 2 weeks, or I guess moth form technically. Yes, they're big time munchers. Who was the caterpillar in that Disney show? Oh my God, it was so funny. The one that Heimlich, was it Heimlich? I can't remember. I think A Bug's Life. It was so funny. So I'm going around it with oil to clean up any paint that's gone where I don't want it. I also want all my edges to be super soft, because I don't want, as much as I love this guy, I don't want him to be the center of attention. It's not about him, though he's cute. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and remove the eyeballs that I put in there just for fun. Yeah, looking good. So I've blocked it in, and here's an important. Oh, poor Rose. You know what I should do here? Let me make it so you guys can see Astrida. There we go. Good point. Let's see. Sleeping puppy. So I have 3 studio dogs. Over on the couch, which she adores, is Miss Hazelbutt. I have everybody today. It's wonderful. Yeah, I keep moving around. That's the problem with doing Rose. So I've blocked this in. Now the next thing I have to think about is where the light is coming from. And I'm going to have to adjust this myself using my knowledge, because I have to hit the light source, and I have to make sure it matches this. And my reference photo is just a reference. It has straight overhead light. So what I'll need to do is, and I could do this a couple ways. I could paint this out just the way I see it, and then wait for it to dry a few days, and then glaze it back and highlight it, which I may end up doing. It's really a good way of working. Or I could just go ahead and paint in darker colors here, because the light source is coming. If you look at her face, it's coming down this way. So this side of the butterfly is going to be highlighted. This one will be in the dark because the wing is folded down. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to take a quick break, bio break, and I'll be right back, guys. I wish I had background music. Maybe I should find some background music or subscribe to something. If any of you know how to do that, let me know. Okay, quick break. right, guys, I am back. And there's no dog in the dog thing, but Astrid will probably be back. Hazel, or Rose in the meantime, has stepped right behind me in my chair. It's what she does best. So now I have no chair, but that's fine. Okay. So now I'm just going to keep blocking in. I also have the idea to put a garland of some sort, some sort of nature thing up here on her head. I don't know if that's going to be too much. First, we'll get this butterfly in, or sorry, moth. I love moths. Moths are so great. Okay, let's get in the rest of them. Oh. All right. Here we go. Okay, here we go. And are any of you guys hearing any of the background noise that's going on? There's quite a bit of it. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, the dog skedaddled, yeah. Astrid's laying on the floor now. Oh, that's because I'm talking quiet. Maybe I should move it up more. Does this help? Or should I move up the volume on my end? I know the dogs are being very unhelpful. Very unhelpful. Oh, pushed the mute button on my mic. That's great. So notice I'm darkening the white a little bit because I don't want it, again, to take over. Such a cute moth. I do love moths. Starting off a little darker than it needs to be because I could leave it this way, or I could just brighten it in another layer. It does look like a coral or king snake. These are amazing creatures, are they not? Love it. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in later and just glaze it down, but I'm just going to paint it just all in its glory now because it's so pretty. Starting to look like him. Yes, it's so sad to have an empty dog bed. All right, so I've got a lot of the basics in here. Not nearly done yet, though. This goes up here. I like how he's turning out. You hear a fan? Oh, that was a truck going by. Kind of a busy street. Okay, let's get this one so that we can get our snake head proper. Oh, God, I love these things. They're great. So like I mentioned, this is definitely going to be like a two-step process. I'm also going to adjust her clothing out also. Hearing a lot of sirens and stuff. It's very odd. I hope y'all aren't hearing it. I hope everybody's okay. Good. I think I'll do the pendant in an emerald. Something to match your eyes. I've been trying out the Tuscan pine colors. So let's see if we can throw a little of that into for an emerald. This one is grade turquoise. It is created using PW6, PBK7, and PG36, and it's in linseed oil. The numbers I just rattled off are actually the names for the pigments that were used. I like using grade colors. Let's see here if I can get it to match your eyes. Oh, there we go. Rublev Colors, another favorite, Antica Green Earth. This one is an authentic pigment. That's the color of her eyes with some white. See? I don't know if you can tell. That is the color of her eyes. posture's back nice. All right, this is looking good. I'm making her look like she's crazy, but it's fun. So I'm just freehanding and just having fun, relaxing, and that's the way painting should be. If you tense up and think, oh, I just ruined it, you haven't ruined it. Paintings, you know, if you look at the old master paintings that they've x-rayed, you'll see how many times they painted over something, changed something, moved something over, covered something entirely, reused a canvas. And it's just because art should be fun, really. Look at that, I just put it under her hair. But I'm gonna put it over her hair, so we're good. think I've made a spider on her head, so I'm just going to lift the whole thing off. See how easy that is? Yeah, I don't know if that was working or not. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually kind of torn on if I need to do anything else as far as that's concerned. I do want to put a shadowy figure back here. Just because. Let's see. And for right now, there's not too much I can do with my moth. I can work on her outfit. I can put on one more thing on my dude here. It's looking a lot like the butterfly or dragon or moth. I think we're doing good. Now that I've been working on it, I've been able to lift off all the little hairs because they've come loose finally. Nice, very nice. There we go. All right, there we go. I'm having too much fun with this necklace, but I don't want it to be the center of attention either. So I've got to thin out those highlights. Oh, sorry, everybody. Okay, I think I'm done for the day for streaming because I've reached a point on the painting where there's really nothing much I can do. So I'll probably be streaming again real soon. Super excited. This has been amazing fun. Thank you so much to Sodium Free Salts and to Mackenzie, my amazing, awesome daughter and amazing, awesome friend, for helping me in the chat. And I just wanted to let you guys know that Buenaventura Art Association is moving to a new location at the Harbor Village, right across from the Harbor Gallery, where my paintings are sold. So feel free to go by there. I am currently painting from Vita Art Studios, my own private studio. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and hope you guys have an amazing day.